You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White sports supporters. Well, my goodness, I find this rather interesting. Now, tell me again how it's everybody else that moves the needle. Tell me again how Paige Bueckers moves the needle. Somebody explain that to me exactly. I would love to know. Now, before we take a look at these numbers, what you're going to hear, the narrative is, oh, well, Caitlin Clark fans don't care about women's basketball. Or, well, the hardcore fans are watching all the games. The casuals are the ones that come in for Caitlin Clark. Well, number one, hardcore fans are burnt out of casual viewers. Number two, if you don't get casual fans in every sport, your sport is destined to die. Now I understand hardcore supporters want to wear that as a badge of honor, but what really are you bragging about if your sport can't grow? And without casuals, your sport cannot grow. It's destined to die. And my goodness, the Final Four ratings, it is something else, folks. ESPN PR. Friday, ESPN delivered the third best women's basketball national semifinals in 30 years. You see this right here, South Carolina, Texas, 3.6 million viewers. UConn, UCLA, 4.1 million viewers. And that's fine. All right. Hey, pretty good rating. That's cute. It's a pretty good rating. UConn's Final Four matchup this year dropped by over 10 million viewers from last year's matchup against Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes. Right there. 14.2 million viewers last year to 4.1 million this year. In case you are not paying attention, that's 10.1 million less viewers compared to last year. 10.1 million. And really, when I made my comment a minute ago, I was addressing this comment right here. So the cult of Caitlin doesn't actually like women's basketball. Color me shocked. Or they love transcendent superstars, of which there are no others. Sorry, that's a fact. For a long time, it was only Magic and Larry. All right? Then Michael came along. Now, keep in mind, there were other real stars of the NBA at that time, but they weren't transcendent in the way that Magic and Larry were. And those were the two stars that basketball fans tuned in for. And then Jordan came along. What am I going to say? I've said, hybrid love child of Larry Bird and Steph Curry with the branding of Jordan. We are here. Sorry, LeBron, but we are now witness. Not to you. Paige doesn't have that aura in the end that Clark has. Not even close. Not even close. We can officially put that Paige Bueckers versus Caitlin Clark needle movement to bed. It's a swift death, by the way. It didn't last long, is it? Everyone can't be Caitlin Clark generational, but Paige is, quote, a good player. Of course, there's the needle moving right there. Most people don't watch sports unless you give them a reason to tune in. Caitlin Clark gives people a reason. In the NFL, the highest ratings are the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Trust me, I'm a Niners fan. I don't love to hear that. I am a Yankees fan. Yankees and Dodgers. Highest ratings in Major League Baseball. But those don't carry over to the Pirates versus the Reds. All right? That's just all there is to it. I love this comment right here. But Paige is white. I don't understand. It's almost if people were using that to explain why Cece was so covered. I've been hearing it too, right? I mean, skin color, that's been yada, yada, yada. I will tell you this. A certain section of the previous WNBA fandom has wrapped their loving arms around hating her because she's white. All right. You may be like, well, will they hate Paige? No, because Paige is woke as hell, and she's on both bended knees to the message. Let us not forget that as Paige comes into the league eventually. Needle moving personified. Whoa, that Caitlin Clark effect was no joke. No joke. Is that a 71% drop? Is that what we're doing? Good God. I mean, you know, what are we going to say here? Honestly. Good looking out from Swole Caitlin Clark fan. He tipped me off to this. We're off to the races. That's how this works, folks. If you see something I need to cover, tag me in it at Rhodes Rants. 10 million lower than Caitlin's game last. Final Four in 2024. That is effing insane. I mean, what are we going to say? There's nothing that they can say now. That comparison between those two basketball players, and they'll do that. We'll see this with Juju next. Actually, we've already seen some of it with Juju. I mean, this is hilarious. Sure, it was because Angel Reese was playing either. I mean, that's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's hilarious. But Paige is the needle. I mean, yeah. 10 million. 10 million. Guys, I don't know what else to tell you. I've seen a lot of drops in a lot of sports. Okay? Black and white sports has been on the front lines. You know how we talk about the ratings in the WNBA? We were talking about the ratings in 2020, 2021, 2022 when it came to the National Basketball Association, and the ratings going straight down the shitter. They're still not good, by the way. But that's just not as big a topic anymore. People realize the ratings just aren't good in the NBA. You are witness right now to the opposite effect. Good Lord, Caitlin Clark better have her head on a swivel this next WNBA season. Because the haters in the league, the haters in the media, the haters in that original activist fandom, look out. Because they hate statistics, they hate analytics, and they hate facts. Let me just take you back to an era of wrestling that I love. It's called the WWE era. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, badass Billy Gunn, Road Dogg Jesse James, and X-Pac. Let me not forget China. I got 2 words for you. Peace them out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.